Hello, my lovely people. Welcome back. I hope everything is fantastic with you. All of us want to be happy and we want to be successful in our life in terms of business, in terms of relationship, in terms of finance, in terms of our dreams. But if you see closely, very few people, less quantity of people actually are happy and successful in all terms, in all the terms. How do they really do it? Let's take a look at it. Before we move on, let me show you a video and then we'll continue. Have a look at it.
Down fast. Hard and fast. Let's go, boy. No fall. You gotta stay on your feet. Come on.
Feet. Go straight through. Back up.
Make a fight sense. Good one. Now hit hard. Hit it with the heel.
Come on, feet in.
Hit it with the heel. You're not listening. Hit it with the heel. Yes, you can do it. Come on. Yes, you can do it. But you gotta do it. Look at me. You have to hit it hard, though. You cannot hit it light. You have to hit it hard. Go. That's not hard. You're touching
Right. You had a look at the video. Did you understand what really makes happiness? Did you understand what would really bring success, long-term success in your life? Yes, you got it. The answer is to surround yourself with people who uplifts you. Surround yourself with people who bring the best in you. Surround yourself with people who have positive attitude towards life. If you look at the video, this kid was about to give up. He was crying, he was whimpering, and the coach was telling, go on. And the friends started encouraging him, come on, you can do it, you can do it. And then he, with all his energy, he gives one kick and then he breaks the stone. Now, what kind of a life it would be if we all have such kind of a people, and if we surround ourselves with people who would encourage us and who would uplift us, or who tries to bring the best version of who we are, our life would be always happy. It reminds me of a story about how the geese flies in the air. If you look at the geese that flies in the V formation, they just don't fly in a bulk like how crows or any other sparrows. They form a V formation. They have a V, and if you closely look at it, and geese usually fly around 115 to 120 kilometers per day. And how do they do it is really interesting, and there's a lot of lesson that we can learn from it. If you see the first, in that V formation, the first one, the leader, will fly for 5 or 10 kilometers, and then what they do is they go to the end of that V, or to the edge of that V. And during this process, the other 4-5 geese on the sides, they usually honk so hard, so they encourage the first person, or the first geese who's actually flying. Did I say geese? No, it's geese. So the first geese, right? The first bird who's flying in the edge, he'll be encouraged by the people on the sides, and they switch roles actually. So the other bird, the first bird will then come to the second position. This circle continues, and that's the reason they are able to fly more than 115 kilometers every single day. And that exactly is what I'm trying to say. To surround yourself with people who would encourage you, people who would want to see you successful. And how do I do it? Now the question is, okay, now I know I want to surround myself with people who brings the best version of me. Now how do I do that is the question. Now to answer that question, I have a few tips which I learned, which I would like to share it with you. First lesson is to understand and really come up with the purpose of what do I really want out of life. If you have the purpose of your life, if you understand this is exactly what I want, then it's really easy for you to find that group. When you don't know this, that I want this out of life, then it will be hard for you to find that exact group, and then you will be ending up in a situation where you would join, and every group that's possible, you would surround with people at that moment which makes you happy. So it's highly, highly important that you have to take a moment, you have to understand this is exactly what I want out of life. You have to come up with that idea that my life, I'm going to use my life for this purpose. So how do I do that? How do I understand? I made a different video for that. I have that link in the video. Maybe you can take a look at it, and how to find the purpose of your life. It's there in the description. Check it out. So once you have that purpose, once you know that this is exactly what I want out of life, then you see who are really successful in that field. Then you see who is really in the top-notch performance where I can join them, where at least I can ask them to be a part of that group. That will really happen. Let me say an example. So I now am an active Toastmaster where I joined Toastmasters about an year before, where I understood that I want to be a good speaker. I understood that speaking gives me a kind of happiness which I could not express. That's why I'm making videos every single day. That's why it gives me a feeling that I can inspire people, that I can motivate people. That gives me a feeling that this is my kind of purpose of my life. And when I understood that this is something that I really wanted to do, then I found Toastmasters and I joined them because they do what I really want to do. They are already successful in what I want to do. So that's exactly what I'm trying to say. When you understand that this is exactly what I want out of life, then you find people who are successful in that field, and then you join them, and then they'll mentor you. And that mentorship is altogether a different play. So when you got that people and you join them and you surround yourself with people who are already successful, third and the most important fact is to forgive people, or forgive freely, not just people. Forgive everything that happens in your life is for a reason. When you learn to forgive people, you learn to be grateful for what you have today. It will be easier for you to surround yourself with people that you really uplift you. See, most of the time what happens is we already have people who would uplift us. And down the line, maybe there could be situations where that breaks the relationship, or that would bring a situation where you can't face it as a normal situation. And it could be a hardship, it could be a heartbreak, something that breaks a relationship, and then we say that I don't want to be there anymore. But if you start to forgive, if you start to forgive freely, that it's okay, they are not perfect, even I am not perfect, so not everybody is going to be perfect, let me forgive them, and let me just take the best out of people, let me just take the positive things what they have, and then you automatically gel with them, and then you understand you are surrounded with positive people already. So these are the main important points that we can understand and use it in our life to be happy and to surround ourselves with happy and successful people with positive thoughts. So that's all I have for you in this video. Let me know what are your thoughts, and maybe I'll implement it in my life. Thank you for watching. Have a great day ahead. Bye for now.